Hello, so I am currently packing. We are going to Greece to visit my parents-in-law, and the holiday vlog I made last year of the same trip was my first knitting video, so it's quite nice. I'm kind of like now reached full circle of 1 year knitting video, so I'm going to make another one again, another holiday vlog. This time I'm going to be making the Darjeeling Blouse, which is by Trust the Mojo. I printed it off this time. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. So I'm going to make it in the recommended yarn, which is this Concept by Katia, which is cotton cashmere. So it's 90% cotton and 10% cashmere, which I'm quite excited about because I've knitted with cotton quite a bit and I don't really love it. Every time I do it, I don't super enjoy the process, especially compared to wool. So I'm hoping the 10% cashmere is going to make it a different experience. We will see. That is the recommended yarn, which is nice, and I couldn't find for the original picture what the colour was she used, but it looked similar to this, so I've gone with this colour, which I thought looked really nice. It's colour 54. I think it's called Beige. So yeah, join me while I make the Darjeeling blouse. Okay, so I am back home. We had a really nice holiday. I got a decent amount of knitting time. And I think I'm about halfway now, so I thought it was a good time to check in a bit. So I finished the body. There it is. It's got a really lovely yarn. It's so nice to work with. I think the wool, the cashmere in it is making a big difference with its kind of knitting enjoyment, for me at least. And it's got a lovely drape. So I'm really enjoying the way that's looking. When I first started this edge bit, I did think it looked a bit different to the picture, and I thought, oh, that the pattern wasn't super obvious, but I thought maybe it was a blocking issue. So I finished all of this, and then I did the sleeve, and it was only when I started on this sleeve that it just dawned on me that I was doing all the yarn overs the wrong way around. So instead of just bringing it to the front and back, I'm bringing it from the back and wrapping it all the way around. And when I started doing it, I just thought to myself, oh, I know a yarn over, I remember exactly what that is, which I obviously didn't. And I just feel really silly. I should have just checked. It would have taken me 30 seconds to double check that I was doing it right. I thought I didn't need to. So that is really quite annoying, because obviously the hem is bottom up, so I would have to undo the whole thing to fix the issue. So I'm just going to leave it. It just means that the lace pattern is really quite subtle. It's still there because of the way I've done the yarn over. It just means the loop is twisted, so it makes the holes smaller, basically. So yeah, it's like a very subtle pattern instead of a more obvious one. I do still love the way it looks. I'm kicking myself a bit, but I'm going to plough on. It's not worth it to me to start again, no way. So there we go. And I am making now deliberately the same mistake on the sleeves so that they match. So I've done the first sleeve, which is there. I'm making the size small, and I'm making the length medium. And now I've finished this, I feel that the medium will still be cropped, in my opinion. We'll see when it's all finished, but I think that looks quite cropped to me. That's to the underarm. So we'll see how the sizing works out in the end. And then what else? I am also, something I'm really enjoying about this pattern is I did print it off. I often now don't print patterns off unless it's in a book or something. I do it on my phone. I did print this off because I noticed it has all these checky boxes, which when I first saw them I was like, no way, I'm not doing all this box ticking, but actually it's great. I feel like this is so nice not to have to row count separately, and actually once I've read over the pattern I then don't really need to refer to it much, because the row counts gives you all these like reminders when you have to do stuff, which is great. So I'm really enjoying that, really enjoying the way the pattern's written, and I'm just loving knitting bottom up. Before I started knitting the round a few years ago, I would always knit flat and always knit bottom up, so I think it's just something that I'm kind of almost nostalgic for, or yeah, I just really enjoy it, and actually really liking doing a bottom up piece. So yeah, and I'm also excited because I'm about to get to some really fun structural bits, because once I've made the other sleeve I'm going to join it all, and you add the sleeves and then you knit the whole thing together. So and the lovely shoulders, which I'm excited to see how that works. I haven't read ahead in the pattern, so yeah, excited for the next bit to finish the top. So I'm currently doing the front and shoulder shaping, and I've been doing it for quite a long time, and I thought I'd just count my stitches to check, and they're pretty off. So I've got 4 extra stitches on one of the front panels, 4 stitches too less in the middle, so maybe something happened there. I'm not sure. So I'm not going to rip back. It might be a bit wonky, we will see. I've just like adjusted the decreases to kind of make it right gradually over the past 4 or 5 rows. So yeah, I'm hoping that the bit at the front here, the 2 front panels, don't look too off, but I'm just going to take a risk and we will see. Okay, so it is all finished and blocked, and here is the finished product. I am overall super happy with it. I think I'm going to wear it loads. It's a lovely, feminine, really sweet, cute, wearable item. I really like the colour I chose. I don't wear this colour very often, but actually I think it's just goes with everything. And yeah, surprised myself with how much I like this colour, because it's not something I would normally reach for. I'm not too disappointed, but the errors in my yarn overs have obviously made this pattern more subtle, let's say, than it should have been, but it does still have that shape that it should, and you can still see the pattern. It's just not as obvious as it should have been. The other thing I think, like reflecting on it, is this is the length medium. And again, this is user error. I think this is my fault, because I could have looked more closely into the actual measurements, but in the description of the pattern, I would say she describes the cropped version, well, as a crop top, like just a bit above the belly button, and then she describes this medium version as perfect with high-waisted, where it would sit over the gap. And I agree to a point, but I just think the word medium is maybe not, at least in my head, I wouldn't associate it as medium. I would call this cropped if it were me, but that's my own interpretation. And I don't know if I would have liked the long version more. I do like this. Lots of my stuff is high-waisted, but I think maybe if it was just a tiny bit longer, I might prefer it. I'm not sure, honestly, but I loved making this pattern. I love the yarn. I love the shape of it. It's really made up true to size. My gauge was right, which was great. So I don't know if I'd be tempted to make this again if I would do a longer size. It would definitely be nice to get the lace pattern right if I made it again. But yeah, I'm excited to wear this. I think I'm going to wear it all summer. Really happy with it in the end. So that's it, the Darjeeling top. I hope blouse. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.